adventure as a kid, didn't we all? I personally enjoyed playing Sonic Frontiers until I managed to glitch my way onto an island that there is no way off of. With that said, let's hand things over to our runners today, and may the best speedrunner win. Whenever you guys are ready, just give me a countdown to start the timer.
Hello everybody, it's me RPG, and for some reason, I've been given the lead-in, so obviously I'm going to do this in the opulence voice. I'd like to introduce my co-commentator, the one, the only, the magnificent Grimmy Hunter.
Why, hello. It is going to be a fight.
I'm so hyped for this.
Oh yeah.
You two are Muppets.
I love that. It's just the fact the moment the opulence voice hit, I'm like, yes, yes.
Oh, dearie.
Oh, dearie me. Right, Huds and I, believe it or not, I know this is going to come as a shock. Huds and I are going to be silent throughout most of the run, unless you get speedrunner noises because things are going horribly wrong. RPG and Grimmy are going to take over the commentary and lead you through this run. I hope you all have a lot of fun. Grimmy, RPG, when you're ready, give us a countdown and we will go.
Certainly. Huds, you ready?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay. 3, 2, 1, go. So, if you're not familiar with Sonic Triple Trouble 16-bit, sit down and buckle up, because this is a really, really good remake of a kind of okay 8-bit game, I guess. I'm delighting everybody in chat that's played that. It is very faithful, for the most part, to the original, but there are a couple of extra little bits here and there. This first little intro zone is a quick little bit, just to sort of tie it in story-wise from Sonic 3 Knuckles into Triple Trouble, where Huds and Argic are going to get to be supersonic, and they must face off against the incredibly dangerous Mega Robot. Couple of quick hits to break his legs off, which seems a bit excessive, and then Mega Robot flies around, and then is also broken once more. Huds with a slight lead at the moment, not too much out of this initial stage. Do very much appreciate that Dr. Robotnik still has his trick of pick Sonic up in a bigger hand and smash the emeralds out of him, because that works in Sonic 3. It's nice to know that he's remembered what worked and has ran with it. Now our first zone here is, I really hope it's Great Turquoise, because that's what I'm saying out loud.
It is indeed.
Oh, I remembered right. For a second I was genuinely worried. This is a really, really interesting speedrun, because it's got quite a lot of the standard sort of Sonic movement tech that you'd expect. You can swap between Sonic and Tails, so you've got things like Flight Cancel. You'll see the Argic and Hud swap between Sonic and Tails depending on who's useful for any given scenario. And, crucially, this run has quite a lot of really interesting little glitches in it.
So we're coming up on one on the second act.
That's the boss skip, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna need you to tell me a little bit about the glitches
Yeah.
we get in the Grimmy, because I've actually, I'll confess my sins here. I've not played this yet, but I've seen lots of runs.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
Oh man, it is. You gotta play this.
It's really good. I can tell from watching it, but I've genuinely only watched runs at this point. I am told the glitches are relatively easy to perform though, but they are very impressive to look at.
I'm deliberately taking damage because I'm losing my shield I picked up.
You got the homing shield,
nice
didn't you?
boss.
That's a bad shield, that is.
Gold shield is the homing attack shield, right?
Yes.
Yes. There we go, on off to that too.
Taking a quick work of Act 1, eating his way through Act 2 now. Shooting out some meaty flowers, avoiding coconuts, a few little springs. It's really interesting, like, how nice this zone seems to flow.
Using the best boy, Tails.
Yeah, I think, if memory serves, you'll see quite a lot of using Tails as sort of the primary character in this run, because being able to fly is just helpful. I would hotly debate the term best boy, but my experiences with Tails tend to be as AI Tails, who is less helpful. Bud's making his way through another set of little yeety flowers and corkscrews. I really like the Angel Island inspiration that Noah's put into Great Turquoise. It's really nice to see how he took the original levels and sort of put his own spin on them using bits from other zones. It's really cool.
Oh, absolutely. Alright, we are coming up to a glitch right now.
This one can be a bit
So
tricky
we want
pull
to get Sonic to drop dash, jump at this curve there, and hold left. And Sonic, is it by that?
Nice.
Nice.
I've got it.
Nice hood.
And what that does is it completely skips the Act 2 boss and the score tally, and it lets you just fall straight into Sunset Park Act 1, because reasons. But it is, however, very cool.
Very cool indeed.
Sunset Park 1 is a quite different level from Great Turquoise. It's full of much more traps, it's a bit more fiendish, there's lots of slopes and loops to roll off though. It's a little bit like Chemical Plant, I suppose, now I've said that out loud. Target now, setting up to do the boss skip as well.
Can you get it?
Needs Tails to cooperate.
Come on, Tails.
Hey, there we go,
let's
nice. Target through as well. So Huds does have a little bit of a lead at this minute, but there is still the opportunity for Huds to make a mistake and lose lots of that time. Or he could continue to extend his lead, to have a completely unbiased and, faith in him as well at the same time. There are lots of interesting different little routes you can take through this level. You can see there that as the sort of loopy, I'm doing the hand motions in the air of doing an S thing that nobody can see. But all those different pipes that sort of undulate over each other is its own individual path. So our runners are going to be taking the most optimal path through the level here and skipping as much as possible.
Oh, not knock his knuckles. Oh no.
Indeed. Oh no. Oh no. And with that, the Echidna violence is over. Well,
That was
50%.
a nice boss.
It was, yeah. 50% of the Echidna violence is over. If I remember rightly, Grimmy, is there a glitch coming up in Sunset Park 2 or is it in Sunset Park 3?
Sunset Park 3.
Aha. Sunset Park 3 is also the one with the banger OST.
Oh yeah.
It's going to be making his way through as quick as possible. Ooh, getting caught up on that spring hammer, could double back a little bit. Using the discount wall kicks, get all the way up to the top. I'll get Meemaw on his way through Act 1 on the platforms pretty close to the boss now. Ah, nice. That looks the boss right now. Perfect. Those that are sensitive to Echidna violence may wish to look away, but this should be the last time that I think that we get Echidna violence.
Oh no.
I really appreciate how Knuckles has lots of special combos in this, and he really doesn't mess around.
Yeah.
Makes for a really, really cool boss fight. But meanwhile, keeping up a huge amount of speed here through Sunset Park 2, making his way through the level, keeping his momentum up as much as possible, using all the springs and slopes to his advantage. Can you loop jump as a point of genuine curiosity in this? Because I'm not noticing either of you do it all that much.
You can, but we suck at it.
Ah. Is the timing on it a bit more tight then compared to, say, Sonic 1 or 2 or 3 and Knuckles?
Yeah.
It's finicky.
Okay. Yeah, I did assume that it was probably possible based on how faithful the game had been so far, but there was probably a good reason that you weren't.
Each different type of loop has a slightly different jump point.
Oh, because they're all slightly different shapes, of course.
So it makes it really tricky to actually do it accurately. So,
Yeah, and I suppose it's quite a marginal time save as well, really.
in the grand scheme of things, yeah.
Yeah, the risk somewhat outweighs the benefit. I'm really liking the Sun Marble Zone aesthetic we got here.
Oh yeah. Alright, there's that too.
Ooh, no boss this time.
No boss. Oh wait.
Plot twist. Act 3 is the
We
boss.
have that free.
So Sunset Park Act 3 is quite a big bit of auto-scroller for the most part. It's relatively straightforward, although there are obstacles that can get you tripped up on and there are gaps in the floor that you need to jump over. Both our runners are probably not going to come across to that though, having, experience with the game, knowing where the gaps are and where the obstacles are. Arg, meanwhile, making his way through Act 2. He's pretty close to the bit that's extremely marble zone, so things are going to get pretty heated from here on out, I think.
We're going to be using tails here mostly to fly over all the trains.
This flight is so good for avoiding obstacles.
Oh yeah.
It's really interesting to see being able to make the best use of both Tails' toolkit and Sonic's toolkit in one run. Because usually in runs you either play as one or the other, or you can play as both, but one is AI. So it's genuinely really interesting seeing, you know, good use of both characters at once. Onto the boss now. He's got a gun. Gonna have to be a little bit careful of that. And, oh, well, he's done. That's a shame. Maybe his gun only had one round in it. And he was just sort of hoping he was going to get you with that one shot.
He tried.
He certainly did try. He did. Arg, meanwhile, now, ready to move into Sunset Park Act 3. I've just built up a bit of a lead here, but still not insurmountable at this point. Anything can happen.
This came for round 2.
Come on, Frank, you can do it. Dude, he's trying his best.
He's trying.
Very, very cool level.
Definitely one of my favourites.
And now Hudson's got to run away from this wall of flame. That, if I remember rightly, this moves at a set pace pretty much at all times, but if you go really fast, it keeps pace with you. Correct?
Yeah, that's correct.
Yeah, so you've got to maintain a minimum speed, basically, to keep ahead of it, but it's not too difficult.
Arg fell off.
We are coming up to the boss skip right now.
Ooh.
Where Huds is going to fly over the boss and hit the goalpost.
Oh, nicely done.
Nice.
I like the constantly rotating tightrope of light bulbs. So Huds has now made his way into, and I'm going to pronounce this with complete confidence, Meta Junglera Zone Act 1. This is a really, really interesting zone. It's kind of wood zone, kind of collision chaos. It's all pog though, very good. I believe that's a word that children use sometimes to describe things that are good. There are a couple of interesting little zips and glitches you could do in Meta Junglera. We definitely want to look out for. This bubble shield is absolutely crucial to some of them as well. Arg, meanwhile, is avoiding getting shot by Fang. Always good to not get shot. So he's going to need to make his way through the level. He's going to have to be very careful to avoid the obstacles because A, being hit by obstacles is slow, and B, this bubble shield is going to be super useful for a couple of glitches we can do in a little while. You might have seen there were a few barrels earlier in the stage that you could sort of jump into and they spring you into the air. The bubble shield is crucial to a setup that sort of glitches into walls using those barrels. Which is much easier said than it's done, to be honest, because there are a lot of obstacles in this zone. The difficulty really starts to amp up from here. Arg, meanwhile, is towards the end of Sunset Park 3 now. This is the part where the big firewall is going to start chasing him. He's going to have to outpace that just to get to the end.
And there goes Fang.
Huds is pounding Fang into the ground, which seems excessive.
Get in the hole, Fang!
You gotta say it properly this time, RPG. Remember, it's Meta Junglera.
Sorry, Huds is now in Meta Junglera Act 2. Is that better?
You're welcome, Shazzy.
Well, see, the thing is, now that I know that someone doesn't like it pronounced like that, that's literally, I'm going to have to commit it to memory. It's like when
What am I going on to then?
Meta Junglera! It's like when I learn something that Lakis hates and just repeat it non-stop. So, Fang's setting off a devious trap here and sending Huds down into the ruins that are full of muddy water deep below Meta Junglera. I'll stop now. This is where we're going to need to use the bubble shield to glitch into a few walls. Nice little track, Meta Junglera 1. Very soothing, tranquil, serene. Completely at odds with all the things trying to kill you. In some ways, the juxtaposition is simply perfect. Divine, some might say.
What?
It's nice how Sonic keeps the bubble shield even if Tails gets hit.
Yeah. If your AI partner takes a hit and loses the shield, it doesn't go away. It's really handy.
So we do need this bubble shield.
Yeah. The barrel that it's used for is coming up here, isn't it?
Yes, it is after this checkpoint, I believe. This bar right here.
Yep. So for some reason, if you bubble bounce into it, you then go into the wall, and then you can zip to the left. Well, you zip left, and that makes you go right. Do the zips in this work exactly the same as they do in terms of the classic Sonics, in terms of physics? Yeah, I figured they will. I'll explain those in a minute. Buzz was busy skipping a boss and not giving me time to explain it. You can just fly over that boss, and then you have to do an Indiana Jones escape style sequence to sort of flee the temple as it destroys around you. Come back to zips really, really quickly. If you end up in a wall in a Sonic game, the wall tries to push you out to whatever direction you're pressing against it with. So if you press left, you get ejected to the right very quickly, and if you press right, you go to the left very quickly. This comes in very handy for skips like we saw there, where you get into a wall and need to eject yourself as quick as you can. Hud's has made his way through Metal Jungle Era 2, and he's now onto Flying Battery, Egg Zeppelin.
I'm also on first potential crash point if I don't get this right.
Ooh,
Don't he do it, mate? Then he did it.
We've not talked about how the game can just crash at random yet, have we?
Yeah, it's worth mentioning like the version that we're running this on as well. So this is version 1.0.2, which is basically the launch version. It has all the glitches in it, which is why we use it. It also still has a lot of bugs in it that were fixed in future versions. Because of that, the game has a tendency to crash at the most inopportune times, which is why earlier on, Arg wanted to get rid of the homing shield because its coding's a little buggy in this version, and I want to get rid of my bubble shield on that spike specifically. Otherwise, if I hit the spring, the game crashes.
That's interesting.
If I get rid of it on the first spike, then the game will crash.
Such is the price you pay, though. Glitches is cheating. So if you want to use those glitches, you've got to be aware that your game might crash on you. Arguably making his way through Metal Jungle Era 2 while Huds does definitely not Sky Chase. Argic is going to be getting pretty close to the point where he needs to glitch into the wall now using the bubble shield. Really nice that Sonic got spiked there but didn't lose the shield because God bless not having AI partners take damage. Activating this switch, coming through here past this checkpoint, and Argic's going to be setting up for the glitch as well. Beautiful bubble bounce, beautiful zip. And then directly after this, we're also going to see Argic set up to skip the boss as well. So a quick little flight without flying too far into the room to activate the boss, and just flying directly over. Oh no!
Oh no!
Oh no, we got the DLC!
The snake!
Big old snake.
Wait, is Arg fighting the big old worm?
I got
Sure
pulled
is.
in, yeah.
Luckily it's not a... Sorry, go ahead, Arg.
I was just saying it pulled me in.
It did. I think you must have like dipped ever so slightly during the flight, and it just ever so slightly brushed you into its sort of the collision box of detecting where to start the fight. Luckily, it's not a hugely lengthy fight.
We are coming up to another... Oh.
Fail.
Never mind.
Sorry again, what were you saying? Do you want to try that again?
We are coming up to another glitch where we can use Tails to unlimited flight over to skip this whole level.
Oh, unlimited flight's really interesting. Do you want to explain how that works?
So when Tails is falling down, if you hold...
Oh my...
Huds.
Tails activated it anyway, so I just jumped off of him.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll plan.
Oh, dearie me.
So we get Tails to fly, and then we wait until he sort of ran out of steam. And then, if memory serves, you basically just spam jump with Sonic on and off him.
Yeah,
because
once it's Sonic.
Yeah, the act of catching him on and off sort of greatly slows down his rate of descent, so you just sort of maintain speed. And then Huds can do this all the way to the end of the level. So we wait till we get to the glitchy pink sky, we fall into the snow, and we skip the boss and the tally, and we end up in Robotnik Winter Act 1. Robotnik Winter Act 1, I don't remember if that has any glitches off the top of my head, but Act 2 has a particularly good one.
I don't think Act 1 has anything. Act 2 does.
Off my head, no.
Yeah. Arg now about to do the definitely not Sky Chase section.
It's definitely not Sky Chase. I've got rocket shoes. Whee!
Unceremoniously evicted from the Zeppelin by Dr. Robotnik, we're now going to use the rocket shoes to catch up with him as fast as we possibly can. But meanwhile, it's now a snowball, rolling around at the speed of sound. No longer a snowball. I like the little ice cap bits in here. Really, really cool. Also really handy that Tails has still got the fire shield for later, perhaps. Was that a loop jump I saw there, Huds?
It was, yes.
Ooh, one of the loops you feel brave enough to do it on. Nice.
You need the extra speed to get up to the top.
Yeah, I figured it would be the case or something like that. The momentum plays such an important part of basically any Sonic speedrun. Like, it's genuinely hard to capture it in commentary, either as like someone watching a race or doing the run, but all the little minute things that you do to sort of maintain and preserve speed or to increase speed go a huge way. Argic now coming up on the point where he's going to use the Tails Infinite Flight as well. Flying across.
Flies under. Wait for Tails to drop.
Beautifully done. And into the wonderful little glitchy pink sky.
And into the snow.
Perfect. Oh no, there's more echidna violence.
Oh no.
You got to be kidding in me.
The
I'm
puns.
gonna have to remember that one. I do like that every time you hit him this time, he's like, you know what? I learned from the last time we had a fight. This time, I'm going underground where you can't hit me again.
And it's got rocks.
Hey, Hud, I'm not joking. Don't move, just jump at the rocks.
Oh my god.
I never knew that.
Amazing.
That's incredible.
Speedrunner learns strat. Live on Marathon Run. More on this news story as it unfolds. With that, that's Act 1 done. Huz is now going to need to make his way through Robotnik Winter Act 2. It's a trickier level than Act 1, but there's a really, really cool glitch coming up at the end of it.
First off, we've got this awesome snowboarding section.
Yep.
That's based off Mickey Mania, right?
It is.
I think so, yeah. It's kind of nice that there are these little...
Oh, bonus!
Bonus stage, let's go!
No, what now? What now? Let me out! I'm
I
doing
can-
a mistake!
Oh, you gambling?
I can
No,
cut
even
no.
worse, I'm blue
We're
screen.
going higher!
Let me out!
Well, while I'm in auto scroller and Art's in blue spheres, Matt, if you got any messages, now's a great time.
I've never seen that bonus stage before.
Because we're not supposed to go into it!
Have indeed had a £20 donation from Ike2100. The donation says this donation goes out to one of the best loafs on Twitch, Head601. Also glad Fang got in the hole. If you want to donate, it's just ! donate in the chat.
Teddy is one of the best players on stream.
He is the greatest
Meow.
loaf.
So, Huz has now cleared the snowboarding section. Sonic still has one though. He's going to need to do a little bit of an intricate setup here. Can you explain how this one works for me, Grimmy?
Oh!
Oh no!
Wait. Did you crash?
Oh.
Yep!
Oh no!
Why did it happen to me and not you?
Oh no! I just seen it.
You
Oh,
weren't even doing anything, you were just rolling!
Just rolled and I said no! Hud warned me this would happen.
it's fine. Just skip to the next level.
I am. I was going to, yeah.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
Hopefully, you got a completed save file there.
Oh, I've got more than one. Don't worry.
Oh.
Always good to
This
have
run
you
is
back.
now invalid for obvious reasons. I'm blaming you!
What are you talking about? We just had a time skip and you got to Robotnik Winter 2.
Of
We are
course.
coming up to another glitch. Huds is going to go into the corner of this platform and zip up.
We'll be seeing a return of that glitch in a little while towards the end of the run as well, using a few more of those platforms to sort of accidentally clip in, well, deliberately clip into walls.
There we go. Come on.
Fun fact for everybody, we were discussing this as we were setting up, and we're like, no, this game's gonna crash. And I was just like, yeah, I've done like 6 hours of practice and finished 2 runs. So I'm like, I know what the crash is.
The game does have a horrible, like, again, one thing I really want to point out here is we are running on the initial release version. Like, the game has been well patched since then, and, you know, all these bugs and crashes have been fixed. If you go download this game for free right now, because it is available for free, you will not experience this level of buggery and crashing, you know? But it's, we have to run on this version because we're running glitched. This has the most number of glitches available. It's the fastest version for us.
Yeah, it's the price you must pay.
Talking of bugs, I'm going to be setting up for one in a second.
Yeah, this is a really, really cool bug that we're going to see here in a minute. We're going to need to deal with the very large penguin first.
This one's new, isn't it? That's coming up.
So the capsule skip I'm about to do has been known from the beginning, but the level skip was found by ARG, what, a week ago?
Yeah.
Hydro Phoenix skip.
Yep.
And this is going to use Tails to fly over the capsule and skip ending the level, and just fly down into the level trigger to go into Tidal Plant Zone. And this is going to have some interesting consequences, to say the least. Although why it has interesting consequences for this one and it doesn't for other levels is strange, actually, because you skip capsules in other zones too. At the end, we descend, and then for some reason, we appear here in the level, and we're in a wall, and we're drowning, and that's traditionally not good, but you can't really see what's going on, but Huds is flying, and he's doing a little zip through the wall, and he's moving through terrain, and he wants to keep moving left, and then jump a little bit and move more left, because the level is still loaded here, and all the assets and the items, just that you can't really see what's going on. But Huds is going to wait to die, and just listen out. While dead, Huds popped up into the air, fell down off screen, and was positioned above a checkpoint and tagged the checkpoint on the way down for the end of the level. So we just skipped all of Tidal Plant 1, which is fine because it's kind of a level that's difficult to speedrun.
It's a very long stage as well.
Yep, it's a really, really huge time save, and again, this was only found a week ago by ARG.
Yeah. It was a case of I wanted to know, is there something there? Turns out the answer was yes.
You just couldn't see it. So Hud's now in Sunken Plant Act 2, not Sunken Plant, that's Sonic Robo Blast 2. Tidal Plant Act 2. We're going to go around on the Sea Fox now.
Tails Adventure here.
Yeah.
If memory serves, and I hate to say it out loud, this level's quite prone to crashing, isn't it, Huds?
Thanks, RPG.
It's rather young.
I just want to warn viewers in advance that this level in particular is one of the ones that's quite crash prone.
So, yes, this one is prone to crashing. The reason for it is when you get in the Sea Fox, for whatever reason, the game grants you one of the gold shields, the homing shields, which, as we've mentioned earlier, is a little bit buggy in this release version. For that reason, it's usually, typically, it's usually at the very end of the level when you jump out the Sea Fox. If you jump out and then press the jump button again, the game can just crash. So you have to make sure when you jump out, you only press it once. Oh, and here's the thing, it doesn't always register your jump when you jump out the Sea Fox.
Ah, so sometimes you might have to press it multiple times to jump out, and if you press it too quickly, then oh dear.
Yes.
Crash.
Alas, a little bit of caution is advised. This is quite a nice little chill level, though. It's a very interesting change of pace.
I'll get floating.
Arging now setting up for a Hydro Phoenix skip. Big old worm appearing for Huds again.
A worm.
This song is so chill.
Yeah, honestly, the music in this game is absolutely phenomenal. Noah's done a really good job of. I'm assuming Noah did all the music as well. I know he did the coding and most of the work.
I don't know if he had some help with it or not, but either way, like, it's Noah's creation.
Yeah, exactly. If it was someone else that did the music, I'd credit them, but unfortunately I genuinely just don't know. But he took all the music and sort of 16-bitted it perfectly. So this time it was not a Kid in the Violence, because it was actually Metal Sonic all along. So do not worry if you were scared. I really appreciated, like, I could see on your face, Huds, the sheer concern as you got out of the sea fox at the end of the level.
The crash.
Okay, so we do a tactical restart at the end of Tidal Plant 2 purely to get rid of the gold shield.
We don't like that shield.
Yeah. It also does actually unfreeze the screen a little bit quicker. So there is there is another there is a true benefit for it. But
there is a minor time save, yeah. So now we have to do definitely not vertical start of Speedway. Metal Sonic's going to stop us from going to space. Unfortunately, we have
one cycle.
Let's get forward. Cool.
Got some Streets of Rage going, I'm happy. It is. It's that same beat as Streets of Rage.
Metal Sonic there defeated, and Hood's clinging to the rocket for dear life. He's now made his way into the game's final zone with Atomic Destroyer.
Atomic Destroyer. This stage just has glitches as well.
It does, and Hood is going to Atomic Destroy it using them. I'm slightly sorry.
No, you're not.
I'm not. I'm a tiny bit sorry because that was bad even for me. There's our first glitch using a platform to clip into the wall and zip directly upwards.
Gonna jump up here. This pipe.
I like all the Yeety pipes. They're good.
Yeah.
Make it good.
We're already at the Metal Sonic sequence.
Why is there a destroyed box in my game? Huh?
Did you shoot at it off screen?
No.
It is a mystery. But now, Metal Sonic hasn't learned his lesson, so we're going to have to deal with him again. Well, alas, we have been tricked, and now we've been thrown out into space. If you miss that pipe, does it kill you, by the way?
No, you can't miss that.
Ah,
So
okay.
here's a little strat I found last night. If you peel out into that, Metal Sonic spawns quicker. And if I then switch characters, it causes Metal Sonic to chase Sonic and Tails quicker, kills them faster, you don't actually make it all the way to the boss arena. So it saves around about 2 seconds doing that.
Interesting.
Sadly,
That's a really nice little optimization.
Sadly, even though I found you can jump over the boss arena, the signpost doesn't actually spawn for you.
Ah, so you still need to deal with Metal Sonic before you can actually end the level.
Yep.
That was a really nice boss from Hoods.
Yeah, it was.
The one cycle. Going on that too.
Oh my god, the game just crashed.
Did it just...
Yeah, but at least I crashed there. You'll be in Act 2, you'll be fine.
Yeah, it did cycle over on the split, so I'm in Act 2. Oh my god.
Well, we did see that too for like a second.
For a brief second. At least you've both had a crash, so it's been fair.
We don't want any
Act 2.
crashes!
I mean, that is about the best place it can crash.
Okay, going to be slightly difficult to call the shots on this one now as we go through. But Atomic Destroyer Act 2 has another glitch in it, if my memory serves, that lets you skip a huge chunk of the level using more of these platforms. One of them you have to go upside down as well.
Your chat should have feedback now.
Thank you.
I like the tactical reopening of that during the cutscene. Very well done.
We are coming up to another skip. We're gonna go upside down and come all the way backwards. This one, we're gonna go up to a monitor. Tails.
I have no memory of this place. I don't know where I've ended up. Oh, now I know where I am. That's fine.
There's monitor clip.
Yeah, so Tails, when you touch a monitor from below, it will pop into the air and then sink back to ground level. If you do that because you're flying upside down and it's inverted on the ceiling, it just falls, clips through you, and pushes you into the wall immediately. Which lets us skip an absolutely massive chunk of this stage. So this section now is slightly precarious because the hitboxes on these big crushing blocks is... well, it's as big as they are. So it looks like you have more room than you do. So Hood's going to need to be very, very careful here with these crushers.
It is very easy to get squashed.
Yeah.
Yeah, once Hood gets to the end of this section, that will be 2 of the 3 sections of Atomic Destroyer down. It's somewhat similar to Titanic Monarch 2 from Sonic Mania, for those familiar with that, where the intended way is that you go through 4 different sections of the level before you're able to progress. Here we've got to go through 3 sections before we're able to appear and give it back to the final one. 2 down, 1 to go.
To the laser room.
Another one of these glorious little clippy platforms. No clip this time, unfortunately. Lots of lasers, lots of things to shoot at you in this particular route. It's really interesting how each route in this level sort of has its own sort of mini theme. In that the first one is glitch to the wall and don't do it, and the second one is crushers, and the third one is you're going to get shot. But making his way very quickly through this stage there.
Very quickly. Through all these lasers.
Argy now is at the beginning of the little section where we've got to choose our own adventure.
Hood's on the elevator.
Yep. Arg taking the left path first. He's going to set up to go upside down and then use the monitor to clip into the wall again. Hudge must avoid the giant egg robos. I do appreciate in this run how there are a few auto-scrollers, but they're not that long, but they're just enough to give you a tiny bit of breathing room in the rest of the run.
And then that elevator hams.
At least the music's good on the elevator.
The music is very good. Argent made his way to the first route there. He's now gone into the Crush City. I guess I'm going to call it that from now. Gonna have to avoid all the pistons, all the pylons, and make his way through this one. And
Now the elevator is smaller.
Yeah, the only thing between Arg and the elevator then will be the shooty route. Hood's still ascending towards his ultimate destiny. Elevator music does slap though. The return of the big yellow egg robo again. This time he's got a laser, watch out.
We can just stand in the middle and not get hit.
Well, I mean, he's got a laser. I didn't say he was good with it, bless him, but he did try, right?
Yeah.
He had a go. Bang's going to come along and nick our emerald for reasons. Arg now making his way to the shooty path. Pressure 1 done. This is the last one between him and the elevator. Bang got what he deserved, and Hoods is through Act 2.
Going off to the final boss.
It's a really, really cool final boss as well. Like, this whole game is just so well put together.
It really is. And it's like the old one.
Yeah. Phase 1 is a big stampy Robotnik. Because, as we all know, Sonic dies when he gets crushed, so why wouldn't you make a robot designed to do that? Phase 2 is a
fire.
floating thing with fire, and Phase 3 is he's got spikes on the top and he's got electricity, because everyone knows that Sonic doesn't like being electrocuted.
Nice Tails.
Nicely done, Huds. Arg's now cleared all 3 of those routes and he's ready to go towards the elevator.
There's 1. It's 2.
Oh, no. Oh, nice Tails.
Tails!
Oh, perfect 6.
Nicely done. That boss was really interesting.
That
It was
was
over
really
so quick. Yeah.
Oh, perfect.
Tails saved that.
I can't believe you killed Dr. Robert.
I'm so sorry. But we save our friend Nux.
That's true.
So on my side, time is coming up on the fade out. I'll give you a heads up when that is. It's going to be in around about 5 or 6 seconds-ish.
Arctic looking slightly concerned about his state currently on the elevator.
Time.
GG.
Arc's now very, very precariously ascending the tiny elevator with no rings.
I don't have rings.
You're bossing it though, avoiding all the lasers, all the spikes. Just gotta hold it together a little bit longer to get to the top. It's mean that there aren't any rings in this section and not this little interlude bit.
We have Tails though.
I think it's here.
I'm now positioning to avoid being shot by the lasers. I've just realised we're on huge delay, aren't we? But nicely done. As I announced to... I guarantee you that where that came out, I said, you're positioning for the lasers now, right as you'd killed him. Almost certainly. But with Act 2 done, that leaves just Act 3 and the final boss between Argic and the end of the game. You know, given the crash HUDs, that 3928 is not bad.
Sub 30, sub 40 is really good.
I'm happy with it.
It's a good phase 1.
Yeah, you might have to take over the comms on this little bit, Arg, if you don't mind. Just because you're getting it real time.
We're still on phase 1.
Oh, well, Ug's now on phase 2. He's lost all his rings again, and he's dead.
Oh no!
Oh no!
Does that count as cast a curse?
Yes! Very much so. Very, very much so. Alright, back to phase 1 there. Phase 1 is done on that one. I'm going to go to the electrified section now. It starts with the Flamin' Verfer, with where he will Verf Flamin'. We're going to get rid of that by getting the 8 hits on that. Sonic's going to grab me the ring there. No, he's not. He's an absolute troll. Thanks for that, Sonic. Grabs the ring back. Doesn't matter. The ring is gone. Once again, Arg is ringless. At this rate, he's going to be gaming over, which he doesn't want to do, but we'll see what happens. Right, Sonic's getting the hits off there. I don't know what Sonic's doing. He's having a whale of a time. Getting another couple of hits there, and he gets caught in the corner there. Oh! I got distracted by the loaf there being pet, sorry. Right, he's going to do the boss there. Still getting distracted by the loaf. Going to finish up and get this boss one more time. You know why we did this, right? It's triple trouble. You got to see it 3 times. That's how it works. Right, over we go now, Arg. Then he'll lose the rings, buddy. Get the jump, 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 get away from the flame, get the jump, away from the flame. There you go. Jump up, get the hit, away we go. Gets hit by that, but grabs the ring back. It's fine. Now we bounce on the side, up to the left, bounce, 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 bounce. Keep hitting him, that's gone. Grab the ring. See if we can just get a couple of more hits there, see if it counts against it. I wish it did, it doesn't. Grabs that. Let's see if we can get the heads with tails here, buddy. That's one. Misses that one. Gonna have to go over the other side. Misses it again. It's coming over there. He misses that again. It's coming over. There we go. He finally gets one. He's going to need to see if Sonic's going to be a bro and help us out here, but we'll see what happens there. He gets the other hit there. Comes up, comes in, goes round. Waits for the hit to come through. That's one. He doesn't get the second. Is it going to be enough, or is it going to be a trouble? He goes for the hit, and the boss has got his fight. There we go. Time coming up when we get to the cutscene as we run our way through that ring. Those rings are just bouncing everywhere. I don't know what's happening. I am very happy that hopefully we don't go over the 45 here. There is the emerald. We're going to grab it. We're going to go save our buddy. Time is on the fade out. And that was good. Can Arg compliment Loaf Cam? And here we have the Loaf sitting in the pit there, just waiting. There's Lion, Sleeping Ted doing a very, very good job there. You can see the outline on the design there, actually clipped halfway into the wall, making sure to be safe there. That means that he cannot be picked up, he cannot be pulled out of bounds, which is not what you want. The only time you'll see him actually wake up there, he's hearing me, he sees the little light moving, he knows what's coming. He's thinking, is it time for food? We don't know what's going to happen, but that is time on the run, and GG's.
Hey.
Sonic comes over.
GG's, Arg.
GG.
Oh, GG's. That was a good race. Nice crashes from both of us.
I know, right?
Oh, thanks for jinxing that.
Always the way.
Nice.
I was very happy with the way that went. It was good fun. Thank you. I believe that is the first marathon outing for Triple Trouble 16-bit.
Yeah, I think that's the first marathon run for this. So it's been really cool to be able to showcase it off here in a race as well. Honestly, next time we race this, I will be a little bit more practiced. I blame the release of a main game coming out. You know, Frontiers came out, and I was like, no, I'm playing Frontiers. But yeah, no, a lot of cool skips in that were found in this game, which is cool. Hopefully there's still more to come with it. And then obviously we'll be practiced. I'll be practiced more to compete with the HUDs.
Well, honestly, a huge thank you. Arg, where can the people find you?
You can find me over at twitch.tv/Argic, where, as I just said there, I'm doing a lot of Frontiers right now. There'll be a lot of Sonic Frontiers between now and, well, whenever, really. But you will see plenty of marathon stuff, plenty of Sonic stuff, plenty of indie games and fun and that as well. And HUDs, where can they find you?
They can find me over on Twitch TV/HUD601. I'm also going to be back later on, closing day one here at UKSM, running Stray Any% PC Glitchless. And I believe, Argit, you're going to be up later on as well today, aren't you?
I'm going to be back in about an hour's time doing Smartly Electric Jester 3. If you want to see a speedy 3D platformer that isn't Frontiers, then you're going to want to come and see this one, because honestly, the game's a lot of fun. Don't miss it.
Absolutely.
And of course, shoutouts to both our commentators as well. We had Grimmy and we had RPG. Thank you to you both for joining us for this. It's been absolutely amazing. Where can they find you both?
Okay,
Well, you can find me at twitch.tv/Grimmy Hunter. I do Frontiers and stuff.
you could really helpfully find me in two places, and both of them are a mouthful. You can find me at twitch.tv/RPG_Hidden Wizard, where sometimes I stream speedruns and sometimes I don't. Or, more accurately, you can probably find me at twitch.tv/RPG_Humble Wizard, where I stream game dev basically every morning when I don't have man flu.
Nice. And there we go, that is going to be it. So, if we have Matt here, you can take us out and get ready for the next run.
I would love to take you out, Argic, though I'm very happy with that. We've had 2 donations towards the end of that run. Fluffy Squirrel with £20. We still love you, Arg. And Aitsu with £44. GG Huds and Arg, here's the second fastest 16-bit TT run in a marathon. With all that said, we're going to be heading over to our next run of the day very shortly. It's going to be Scoom with Ratchet & Clank Size Matters in the New Game Plus No Ship Proxies category. So if you would like to continue to see some utterly broken 3D platforming speedrunning, that is where you should stick around. We'll be back very shortly with that. We'll see you all very soon.